Hey everybody, it's CJ here. I just wanted to do a more casual video talking about the process of making one of the paintings that I'm working on for a mermaid video project. I just wanted to do something a little different, try a little more unscripted video to see if you guys like it, and if you don't, let me know so I can stop doing this type of content. But I just wanted to try it out, see if you guys like it, and I just wanted to talk about my process in making this painting. So I started off with putting an airbrush as to set the overall mood with it, having the lighting, since the colors are going to be very vibrant because it's a sunset, so it's going to be a lot of colors in the sky. And since half of the screen is since half of the painting is going to be water, since it's a landscape painting, the sky is going to be reflected on the water, so I had to make sure that the colors stayed consistent with the top of the piece and the bottom of the piece where it's reflected. And I blended it up, and I have this brush in Clip Studio that is a really nice blending brush, and it has this really great paintbrush texture, and it's really fun to use. So I did that a little bit in the sky. Well, not really a little bit, I did it quite a lot in the sky so that it avoids having that airbrushy, very digital feel, so it looks better to look at with the textures. And after that, I put in a photo of water, since it'll just be a little bit easier for me to put in the values and put in where the lights are gonna, or the highlights are gonna be, where the shadows are gonna be. So it just overall made my process go a lot faster and a lot smoother, and I think it really helped in selling the fact that it is water being reflected. And also, you might be asking, what are those darker blobs in the water? And those were supposed to be like mammals in the ocean, or like fish and whales that are under the water. So obviously, since they're closer to the water surface, you're gonna see their silhouette more. But later on, when the piece is getting more developed, you don't really see that, and it kind of just like fades away and washes out. Especially like you see now, I'm adding the colors that is in the sky being reflected into the water, and since the edges are a lot darker, since that's the night sky coming in, the edges on the water are going to be a lot darker, so you don't really see those silhouettes anymore. But it was fun to play around, and it was fun to try that out. So here I'm adding in the silhouette of the clouds, and I think the silhouette is really fun. I really like the shape of the clouds. I think it's very flowy, and I really love the kind of like the lines that exit the clouds, so it really gives more of that motion and more of that flowiness, and it has a very nice dynamic relationship with the roundness and the softness of the clouds, with those sharp edges and those sharp curved lines coming out of the clouds. And I think it's like so much fun, and especially in some parts of those, like some parts of those lines, I blend them out so it looks kind of like fire in a way. Like, it looks fiery, if that's the best way I can explain it. But I really like the shape language that it gives off, and the colors are really, really nice also. Adding in those darker blues to really refine the clouds, and I really love, like, doing all of that, right? Setting in the basic colors, setting in the basic hues and the shading, and then going over that with the lightest color, like that light yellow in the clouds, and making like strong highlights in it. I don't know, there's just something about it. It honestly, in my opinion, it makes it look more three-dimensional and makes it look more tangible, if that's a good word to put it. But other than that, when I started blending in the clouds, it really started coming together with the texture, that soft texture that clouds have. And honestly, I think doing these clouds were definitely my favorite part in making this painting. And honestly, I just love painting clouds in general. They're so much fun. I love clouds, period. Like, even in real life, just looking up at the clouds, seeing them move, it's honestly really nice. And yeah, I also put in some airbrushing so it fits more with the depth, because obviously if the clouds are further away, it's going to have like that atmosphere, you know, obviously, since that's how depth works. And I also reflected the clouds onto the water, and I love the effect that made. I really love the effect that I made. I think if I were to do anything different now, since this recording was pretty old, since I've done other video projects, but I think if I were to do something different now with that reflection of the clouds in the water, I think I would have distorted it so that it looks like it's being stretched across the water, so that it doesn't look like it's just a copy and paste and it's put right under it. I think that's pretty much really the only thing I would do different with that. Other than that, I'm just finishing up the piece here, painting in these swans that are flying over top the water, and I added a mermaid there in the foreground since this is for a mermaid video project, as I said earlier. But yeah, just finishing it all up here, and that's pretty much the end of the painting. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and please let me know if you guys like this form of unscripted, very relaxed, laid back content, very casual content, and let me know if you like it, because if you do, I'll make sure I'll put more out. It's pretty fun doing it actually, since it allows me to make more videos instead of scripting and creating a lot of art for video essays. So yeah, let me know if you guys like it, and I'll see you all in the next video.